The studio lights of The View burned hotter than the sun that May morning in 2025, as the audience held its breath, caught in the electric tension of a showdown no one saw coming. Elon Musk, the tech titan known for his unfiltered opinions, sat on the iconic roundtable, his piercing blue eyes locked on Representative Jasmine Crockett, a rising political star whose fiery passion for justice had made her a household name. The topic was universal basic income, a policy Musk championed and Crockett opposed, arguing it undermined the working class. Voices rose, words clashed, and then Musk, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the studio, stood up, pointed at Crockett, and said, "You're done here, get off my stage." The audience gasped, the co-hosts froze, and Crockett's jaw dropped as security escorted her out. But what happened next would stun the world even more, not for its drama, but for its unexpected display of humanity that turned enemies into unlikely allies. Jasmine Crockett had never been one to back down. A Texas congresswoman in her second term, she'd built her career on speaking truth to power, her voice a beacon for those the system often overlooked. She'd grown up in a struggling Dallas neighborhood, where her single mother worked 2 jobs to keep the lights on. That grit shaped her, and now, at 44, she was a force, sharp-tongued, unapologetic, and fiercely protective of her constituents. When The View invited her to debate Musk, she saw it as a chance to challenge his detached, billionaire worldview. She didn't expect him to take it personally, or to have her kicked off the show in front of millions. Elon Musk, on the other hand, was used to getting his way. At 53, he'd built empires, SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and his vision for the future often clashed with those who couldn't see past the present. Universal basic income was his latest crusade, a solution he believed would free humanity from the drudgery of labor as AI reshaped the world. He'd come on The View expecting a spirited debate, not a personal attack. When Crockett accused him of playing God with people's lives, his temper flared. He'd never been good at biting his tongue, and in that moment, he didn't try. Kicking her off felt like a victory, until he saw the audience's stunned faces and felt a pang of something unfamiliar, regret. Backstage, Crockett's hands shook as she gathered her things. She was angry, humiliated, but beneath that, she felt a deeper hurt. She'd spent her life fighting for people who'd been dismissed, and now she'd been dismissed, on live TV, by a man who'd never known struggle. As she stepped into the hallway, she heard the audience's murmurs through the walls, the co-hosts scrambling to fill the silence. She wanted to storm out, to call her team and plan a fiery response, but then she heard footsteps behind her. It was Musk, his face unreadable, his tie loosened as if he'd just realized the weight of what he'd done. "I shouldn't have done that," Musk said, his voice low, almost awkward. Crockett turned, her eyes blazing. "You think," she snapped. "You don't get to silence me, Elon. I'm not one of your employees you can fire." Musk shifted, his usual confidence faltering. He wasn't used to apologizing, he rarely had to, but something about Crockett's fire, her raw honesty, struck a chord. "I'm sorry," he said, and the words hung heavy between them. Crockett blinked, caught off guard. She'd expected arrogance, not this. But she wasn't ready to let him off the hook. "Sorry doesn't fix it," she said. "You made me look small in front of the world. Do you even know what that feels like?" Musk didn't answer right away. He thought of his own childhood, the bullying he'd endured in South Africa, the loneliness of being an outsider. He'd built his empire to prove he was enough, but Crockett's words reminded him of a truth he'd buried: power doesn't erase pain. "I do," he said finally. "More than you think." Crockett studied him, searching for a lie, but found none. For the first time, she saw him not as a billionaire but as a man, flawed, human, and maybe, just maybe, capable of change. The studio audience, still reeling, watched as the co-hosts tried to pivot to a lighter segment, but the energy was off. Whispers spread: was Crockett okay? Would Musk address what happened? Outside, the internet exploded, clips of the clash went viral, hashtags like #Musk vs Crockett trending within minutes. But backstage, something quieter, more profound, was unfolding. Musk sat on a crate, gesturing for Crockett to join him. She hesitated, then sat, keeping her distance. "Why'd you really come on the show?" she asked. "To sell your big ideas, or to actually hear people like me?" Musk rubbed his temples, the weight of the day settling in. "I thought I was helping," he admitted. "I see the future, AI, automation, millions of jobs gone. I want to fix it before it breaks people." "But," he trailed off, then met her gaze. "I didn't listen to you. I didn't see you." Crockett's anger softened, just a fraction. She'd spent her life being unseen, by politicians, by systems, by men like Musk. His admission, small as it was, felt like a crack in the wall between them. Their conversation stretched on, the noise of the studio fading as they spoke, not as adversaries, but as people. Crockett shared stories of her constituents, families struggling to pay rent, kids who couldn't afford school supplies. Musk listened, really listened, for the first time in years. He told her about his fears, not of failure, but of leaving a world worse than he found it. "I don't know how to connect," he confessed. "I build things, but I don't know how to build trust." Crockett saw the vulnerability in his eyes, and it hit her. Beneath the billionaire facade, Musk was just as lost as the people she fought for. As the show wrapped, the producers begged Musk to return to the stage for a closing statement, but he waved them off. Instead, he turned to Crockett. "Come with me," he said. "Let's fix this, together." She raised an eyebrow, skeptical. "Fix what? My reputation, or your ego?" Musk gave a rare, genuine smile. "Both. But more than that, the people you fight for. Let me help." It was an unexpected turn, one that left Crockett reeling. She didn't trust him, not yet, but she trusted her instincts, and they told her this moment was bigger than either of them. The View studio had emptied out by late afternoon on that May 17, 2025, the audience's murmurs replaced by the hum of cleaning crews as the sun dipped low over New York City. Backstage, Elon Musk and Jasmine Crockett sat in a quiet corner, the air thick with the weight of their earlier clash. The viral clips of Musk's outburst, kicking Crockett off the show, still buzzed online, but here, away from the cameras, something unexpected was taking root. Musk's rare admission of regret and Crockett's guarded curiosity had shifted the day from a public spectacle to a private reckoning. The audience had been stunned by the drama, now, the world would be stunned by what came next, a transformation born not of power, but of compassion. Crockett leaned back, arms crossed, still wary. "You want to help my people?" she asked, her voice laced with skepticism. "A billionaire who doesn't even live in the same world as them?" Musk nodded, his usual bravado replaced by a rare humility. "I don't," he admitted. "But I want to learn. I've spent my life building machines, not bridges. Maybe it's time I tried." His words weren't polished. They were raw, and that honesty chipped away at Crockett's defenses. She thought of her mother, who'd taught her to see the good in people, even when they didn't deserve it. "Prove it," she said finally. "Show me you're not just talk." The next morning, Musk did just that. He invited Crockett to Tesla's headquarters in Austin, not for a photo op, but for a real conversation. He'd spent the night researching, reading about her district's struggles, the unemployment rates, the schools crumbling under budget cuts. When Crockett arrived, she found him with a team of engineers, sketching plans on a whiteboard. "What's this?" she asked, peering at the diagrams. Musk turned, a flicker of excitement in his eyes. "A pilot program," he said. "AI-driven job training centers, customized for your community. No handouts, just tools to build a future. I'll fund it, but you lead it." Crockett's breath caught. It wasn't charity, it was partnership, an unexpected turn that left her speechless. Over the next week, they worked side by side, an odd duo bridging worlds. Crockett brought her street-smart wisdom, connecting Musk with local leaders, teachers, union reps, single parents, who'd never have met a billionaire otherwise. Musk brought his resources, redirecting Tesla's R&D budget to develop affordable tech for small businesses in Crockett's district. The press dubbed it the Musk-Crockett Alliance, but to those involved, it was more personal. A single mother named Maria, who'd been laid off from a factory, wept when she learned she'd get free training to become a solar technician. "I thought he was just another rich guy," she told Crockett. "But you changed him." The profound realization came for Musk one evening as they toured a community center. A teenage boy, Jamal, approached him, clutching a worn-out laptop. "Can your AI help me code?" he asked shyly. Musk knelt, his mind racing back to his own lonely childhood, coding to escape the world. "Yes," he said, his voice thick. "And I'll make sure you have the best tools." Later, alone, Musk confided in Crockett. "I've been so focused on Mars, I forgot Earth," he said. "You reminded me what humanity needs." Crockett smiled, a rare softness in her eyes. "And you showed me even a billionaire can learn." The emotional climax arrived on June 1, 2025, at a public launch event for the training centers. The audience, hundreds from Crockett's district, plus a global live stream, watched as Musk took the stage, not to boast, but to apologize. "I was wrong," he said, his voice steady but vulnerable. "I silenced Jasmine on live TV, and I hurt her, and all of you, by not listening. Today, I'm not just funding this program, I'm committing to listen, to learn, to serve." The crowd murmured, then erupted in applause. But the real moment came when Crockett joined him, taking his hand. "This isn't about me or Elon," she said. "It's about us, every person here who deserves a chance. Let's build it together." That act of compassion, public reconciliation and a shared mission, transformed the narrative. Former skeptics in Crockett's community embraced Musk, seeing his genuine effort. Online, #MuskCrockettHope trended, with stories of trainees finding jobs flooding social media. Even though The View co-hosts invited them back, not for drama, but to celebrate the alliance. Backstage after the show, Musk turned to Crockett. "I owe you more than an apology," he said. "You gave me a purpose beyond profit." Crockett laughed, a warm sound. "And you gave my people hope. We're even." The story's end came quietly, on a warm July evening, as Musk and Crockett sat on the steps of the first training center, watching kids play in the courtyard. The center, buzzing with life, was a testament to what they'd built, not just a program, but a bridge between worlds. Crockett leaned back, satisfied. "You're not so bad, Elon," she teased. Musk grinned. "And you're tougher than any rocket I've launched." They laughed, the sound carrying over the desert air, a reminder that even the fiercest clashes could bloom into something beautiful. The world took note. From Dallas to Delhi, people shared the tale of a billionaire and a congresswoman who turned a TV feud into a movement. It wasn't about power or politics, it was about the human capacity to change, to connect, to care. And in that small Texas town, hope took root, proving that kindness, once planted, could grow beyond anyone's imagination. The moral of this story is a profound reminder that true transformation and healing in society stem from the courage to listen, the humility to admit mistakes, and the willingness to extend kindness even in the face of conflict. It teaches us that humanity's greatest strength lies not in winning arguments or asserting power, but in building bridges through selflessness and understanding. Elon Musk and Jasmine Crockett's journey. From a public clash to a partnership that uplifts an entire community, illustrates that even the most divisive moments can become opportunities for growth when we choose empathy over ego. Their story underscores the universal truth that everyone, no matter their status or background, carries wounds and dreams. Recognizing this shared humanity allows us to create meaningful change. By prioritizing compassion over confrontation, we can turn adversaries into allies, fostering hope and proving that collective progress is possible when we commit to serving others rather than ourselves. This tale inspires us to look beyond our differences, to seek understanding, and to act with generosity, showing that the ripple effects of a single act of kindness can reshape lives and communities for the better. leaving a lasting legacy of hope and unity.